Welcome back to Tao of Twang. I'm Dave. So hope you're in a chill mood today. We got a slow groover here. It's in B major, and we'll go through the chords and the backing track here in just a second, and then we're going to jump right in. This is going to be kind of a rhythm with some riffs added. Not a lot of kind of scale theory and stuff here. We mentioned the B major scale. We can just go ahead and throw that in there. We're definitely going to be using that bucket of notes. But I'm really going to show you, just how to kind of use some basic shapes and play off of them. For example, B. Kind of a B major pentatonic, type of thing. And then each one of these chords, we're going to kind of, use neighboring notes to create licks that kind of stay in almost a rhythm type role of playing. This isn't a big flashy soloing thing, although you could do that with this backing track. Maybe we'll do another one where we get wild with it. But this is to just show that kind of like staying in the pocket and kind of keeping that, rhythm feel going with your right hand and still putting some licks and some single note stuff in, a few bends and stuff, right? So that's the idea. So let's get right into this one. Now, we do want to catch the top of this. Now it looks like we're kind of halfway through there. You'll get the feel of it. Okay, so now we're starting on B major. Sharp minor 7, E, B again, do it down there. Okay, now let's just talk rhythm for a second, and more importantly, let's play rhythm. That'll help you more than me talking about it, won't it? Okay, so I'm you can hear kind of a version almost of like the drum beat, right? Boom, da, boom, boom, pa. 1, 2, 3, and 4, especially on 4. Right? You could do different stuff, with your right hand. But that's kind of what I'm doing. An important part of this style, and all rhythm playing really, but especially with this kind of where you got these kind of, tight, punchy, groove, is, squeezing and releasing, when you, get that pulse going. Well, that's where the dance happens. It's not all in this hand. See how I'm squeezing where I want the want it to come through and want the emphasis to be, and then releasing and kind of muting, kind of, right? And after I hit that snappy one, I don't pull my hand all the way, because then you'd really get some some extra junk in there, right? But you just kind of loosen that grip. Right? You got a delay on there. Hopefully that doesn't distract you from, but again, get into the groove. Everybody has different ways of kind of, figuring out their rhythm or learning it or whatever. And it's challenging, right? But, take it around many, many times, right? Don't just kind of stop and try to, analyze it over and over. Just keep it going. Then turn that track back on. And I'll take this right into some of the little licks that we can add. There's a little turnaround to F sharp. Now we're back at the top. could be your whole part on certain tunes. Like if you're playing with a singer or a small kind of a combo band or just, by yourself, even that, that's a skill that you really want to develop. It's just, how can I play almost like there's no vocalist on this, but you can sort of almost start to imagine that there is, right? And that we're kind of leaving space for that. And even when you're soloing, it's nice to keep that kind of mindset, right? It just sounds cool. It sounds like you're really paying attention to the groove and all your notes matter, right? And it's not, kind of, I forget the word, gratuitous, use of notes all over the place or something, right? And here's some ideas on how you can kind of capture that kind of vibe. Is I took that B, I moved it down here, and then I moved it from that to that. The first little thing I did was a little churchy thing. I just went like a sus4 type and just released them. And you're kind of plucking them in a way. It's like it's a pull off. And that's a really nice sound, right? And it just kind of goes with anything that's chill like this. And I'll go to those other moves that I just demonstrated a moment ago in just a second. But let's look at this. Maybe we could make a routine. Out of these three strings. So if the D, G, and B. That's that. But just using those strings. Back it down, it becomes E major. There's that B, now F sharp. Didn't want to get carried away there, but I liked where that was going. The more that, kind of waiting for something to happen that would throw me off of it, and it didn't. I was like, man, these simple shapes work great for kind of comping that chord, keeping that rhythm feel going, and also putting in some licks that are located in very fortunate relationships to those shapes. So let's start with the B. Right, so that's kind of a major pentatonic type deal, right? Bending that is just there's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing. And you could make a good argument that you don't need anything more than that, especially if you're kind of playing sort of a sneaky part with the vocals or something. Okay, so there the next chord is that D sharp minor 7. So it looks like that. And all I did was slide in. And I might have hammered it, or I might just go. And then so some of the surrounding notes there. Look familiar? It's still B major pentatonic. context, that just sounds like it's, kind of like extensions of that chord, right? But there's an E. Now, B major, the seven notes go. That's right there. Okay. So these first three really, you got to kind of go somewhere for the F sharp. All the rest of that stuff, you can stay right in this zone. Right? Or okay. So this is kind of more of a watch and do it yourself thing, right? There's not a lot of stuff to talk about there. You could name all the chord tones and stuff, whatever. I'm not going to put you through that today, right? Get these shapes going, get that track on there, and just groove on it. Here's a little bit more of an example. All right. Boy, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but that feels good. And you just want to keep going. I'll have some of this backing track here in just a second for you to practice over. Maybe you can put it in your looper or something. I'll make it a few minutes long. But hopefully that gives you some ideas and just kind of, right now, if you're feeling it, just go do your thing. Don't worry about every little aspect of what I just played, but just think of it, look at it from like an overhead view, looking down on it. You can see that I'm moving around to those different shapes and just kind of looking for the notes in that B major and B major pentatonic scales that are just right in the neighborhood, and just kind of, letting them mingle in there and be patient with it. You'll get there. I appreciate you. Let me know how you're doing with all this. I'll talk to you next time.